picture this. You're standing on Mars. Red dust. Sun's kind of hazy, yeah. Atmosphere's thin, right? And for, like, forever, we've wanted to find life there. Everyone's looking for water. Obvious, we need water for life, at least as we know it.
Right. Makes sense.
But what if we've been looking in the wrong place this whole time?
What do you mean?
Like, what if under all that dust, there's an ocean? Enough to cover the whole planet.
Whoa.
Welcome to Cosmos in a Pod, the space and astronomy series. Please do all that good stuff like, comment, share, subscribe.
The whole 9 yards.
Today, we're diving deep right into this crazy discovery. Changes how we think about Mars, totally reignites the search for, well, aliens.
Yeah. It really flips the script. We've had this image for so long. Mars, dry, dead, like a desert planet. And now, boom, maybe not so much. Thanks to some seriously clever science.
Okay, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, get up to the stage. We know Mars wasn't always a wasteland, right?
Right.
There's tons of evidence it was way wetter once.
Oh, absolutely. You see those canyons. Huge, right? Like scars across the planet. Those were carved out by rivers, massive rivers. And then the deltas, where those rivers emptied out. It's like Mars is telling us a story about a time when water flowed everywhere.
So we have these clues, right? Ancient watery Mars. But then something happened. Where'd all the water go?
The big question, isn't it? The leading theory, Mars lost its atmosphere over billions of years. It's a planet shield, and without it,
Yeah.
you're exposed, right? The surface water, it just evaporated or froze.
Cosmic use it or lose it situation for a planet's H2O. But here's the thing. Even with the ice we see at the poles and a tiny bit in the atmosphere, scientists are like, wait, there should be more. Where's the rest of the water?
Yeah, like a puzzle, giant cosmic puzzle, and a piece is missing. That's where InSight comes in.
InSight. Now, this lander, it wasn't about roving around taking selfies, right? This was a different mission.
Very different. InSight was about looking deep down, studying the inside of Mars. Using, well, seismology, kind of like listening to the planet's heartbeat, feeling for the shakes, the tremors, Marsquakes.
Martian seismology, huh? Never thought about it like that. Using those quakes to map out what's going on under the surface.
That's the idea. And as InSight was listening, they picked up something wild, an echo, a very specific kind of echo. That told them there's a huge amount of liquid water deep down.
Wait, so they didn't actually see the water. They're going off how these, what were they called? Seismic waves?
Yeah.
How they traveled through rock?
Precisely. It's like imagine tapping on a wall, right? You can tell if it's solid or hollow based on the sound, the echo. Same idea here, just on a planetary scale. And those waves, they said, hey, there's liquid water down there.
No way.
Yeah.
So this isn't just some little puddle. We're talking a massive underground reservoir, maybe even an ocean, right?
Mind-blowing, isn't it? And what it means, oh, it changes everything. First, how we see Mars. Not just dry and dusty, but a world with, well, maybe a whole water cycle going on down there. And then the question of life. If there's liquid water, could there be,
Life?
Yeah. And this water, it's not just in a big underground lake, it's held within the rock itself.
Oh, so like a giant planet-sized sponge.
Exactly. It's not a pool of water, but the rock has cracks and spaces, and that's where the water is.
Okay, so more like a really, really deep aquifer than a sea, but still liquid water, maybe billions of years old, deep under the surface of Mars, like a time capsule. A glimpse of what Mars used to be, a planet we thought we knew, but, well, we're just starting to understand.
And that's what makes it so exciting, isn't it? This discovery, it's not just about solving a puzzle. It's about, well, rethinking the possibilities. The possibilities for life beyond Earth. And we'll get into those possibilities right after this. Back again for more deep dive fun.
Before, well, we were just getting to the good stuff, this hidden ocean, what it means for, the whole are we alone thing.
Right. It's kind of wild when you think about it. Like, we were searching for ages, right? Just a drop of water on Mars. Like, that was the holy grail, proof that maybe life could exist. And now we might have a whole ocean hidden away.
Kind of funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you bring up a good point. Water, yeah, essential. But it's not a guarantee, right?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't automatically mean there's aliens swimming around down there.
Yeah.
But it does make it way more likely. Think about it. Earth. Wherever there's water, there's life. Doesn't matter how extreme.
Yeah.
Deep ocean, boiling hot springs, even frozen glaciers. Life finds a way.
Those, what are they called? The extremophiles. Tiny little guys that can survive anywhere, even in places that would kill, well, everything else. Those are the ones. And if they can handle those conditions here on Earth, why not on Mars? This hidden ocean, it would be protected, right? From the radiation, the crazy temperatures up on the surface.
So it's like a whole new search for life is starting.
Mhm.
Instead of looking on the surface, we've got this potential hotspot, right?
Yeah.
Deep down, maybe life evolved there, completely separate from everything up top.
And this ocean, it's probably full of minerals, salts, all that good stuff that could be an energy source for, microbes, bacteria. It's not just water, it's a recipe, maybe, for a whole biosphere down there.
Okay, let's say, just for fun, there, IS life down there? How do we even find it? We're not sending a submarine down there, are we?
Not quite yet. It's a big challenge, no doubt. We're talking drilling through kilometers of rock. That's tough, even here on Earth with all our fancy tech. But where there's a will, right, someone will figure out a way.
Martian miners, robots, drilling down, bringing back samples. Is that what you're thinking?
Could be. Imagine, in those samples, what if we found, I don't know, microscopic fossils, weird bacteria, or something we've never even imagined?
Talk about a discovery. Proof that we're not alone. Life, but not as we know it. It would change everything. Textbooks, new scientists. I bet there'd be a million sci-fi movies about it.
Absolutely. And think about this. It's not just about the science. If we could get to that water, it could be huge for, humans going to Mars someday. A
Yeah.
water supply, maybe even energy or building materials.
So it's not just about curiosity. It's about, building a Martian colony. Using what Mars has to offer.
Exactly. It's a long game, but every journey starts with a single step. And this is a pretty big one.
It is crazy how much we've learned about Mars. Blurry pictures, then rovers, now a hidden ocean. What's next? Are we going to teleport Martian microbes back to Earth?
Teleportation, maybe not yet. But for real, we need more data. How big is this ocean exactly? What's in it? Any signs of life, past or present? That's where missions like Perseverance come in, and those sample return missions everyone's talking about.
It's like we've got this massive puzzle, and every mission, every new bit of data helps us get closer to the full picture. It's a pretty awesome time to be following all this, don't you think? But before we go too far into the future, gotta address the big one. Getting to that water, that's not gonna be easy.
Oh, absolutely not. Major challenge, engineering-wise. Digging through kilometers of rock on another planet, that'll take some serious brain power. But hey, humans, we're good at solving problems, especially when there's something amazing waiting on the other side, like a hidden Martian ocean.
Yeah, if anyone could do it, it's those rocket scientists, right? The ones who landed a rover on Mars in the first place.
Exactly. Who knows, maybe someday we'll be talking about a Martian submarine exploring this hidden ocean, looking for life where no one thought it could exist.
Now that's a cool image. A submarine, lights cutting through the darkness, finding these amazing life forms totally alien to us. Proof that life can exist, even thrive, in the most unexpected places. But that's a whole other deep dive.
It is. It is. But before we wrap up today, gotta think a bigger picture. This discovery, it's not just about Mars, right? It's about pushing the limits of what we know. It's about the universe and our place in it.
You get that right. This tells us something huge about planets, about life, maybe even about us. Where do we fit in all this? It's wild, right? A few years back, a hidden ocean on Mars. That was sci-fi stuff, pure fantasy. And now it's real. It's like, whoa, what does this even mean for, everything?
It does change things, doesn't it? This whole idea of, well, where can life exist? We were so focused on surfaces, right? But now it's like, maybe that's just the tip of the iceberg, literally, in some cases.
Yeah, it makes you think about those icy moons, right? Europa and Enceladus, they've got these huge oceans, but under miles of ice. If Mars can have this much water hidden away, who knows what's going on under those icy shells?
It's a whole new frontier, isn't it? Instead of looking up at the stars, now we're looking down into these planets and
Yeah.
moons. And the tech, that's going to have to catch up, too.
Oh, yeah. We're going to need some serious next-level stuff to explore these places. Robots that can, swim, drill, take samples, all in these crazy environments.
Think about it. Autonomous robots mapping out those underwater landscapes, sending back data. It's mind-blowing.
Seriously, like something out of a movie. But hey, we're getting closer, right, to making that sci-fi a reality. Who would have thought we'd be driving around on Mars just a few years ago?
Exactly. And this is bigger than just the tech, isn't it? It's about that human spirit, that drive to explore, to push the limits. This discovery reminds us we've still got so much to learn, so much out there waiting to be found.
It's like, hey, you young scientists, engineers, dream big. There are entire hidden worlds out there on Mars, maybe on those moons, who knows? What secrets are waiting down there, those dark oceans?
The universe is full of surprises. And yeah, I'm excited to see what we find.
Absolutely. And for all you listeners, don't forget, follow Cosmos in a Pod wherever you get your podcasts. And check out our YouTube channel for more deep dives into the really big questions.
Keep looking up, keep wondering, and never stop exploring.
This is Cosmos in a Pod, signing off.